All right, my old China plates, how's it going? Welcome to Bermondsey Bites, a special edition. Oh yes, I like to retain the urge of surprise, the element of surprise even, that as well. See, you didn't expect that, did you? Or maybe you did. Anyway, big hi to Gaz and Len, two young at heart geezers who are from Peckham, but now live up in Seaton, which, given my northeastern arm of blood, as I call it, I think I'm right in saying is in County Durham. I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong, boys. But big eye to you. Thank you very much for the kind comments you make about the channel, and I have no intention of wrapping it up whatsoever. Anyway, reason I am making this is because I'm bored. I need something to do for half an hour, and I suppose like the rest of you, it tantalises me. It absolutely plays with my head why we are such a frustrating team, Millwall, why we never get it done, why we promise so much. Like this season, we can't just start with wins, draws, wins. We have to do it the Millwall way, as we call it. Well, is there a Millwall way, or is it something bigger than that? Because I think I can prove that there's something bigger than that. It is the pyramid, which has always been there in football, but it's far bigger now than it ever has been, where you've got that tiny little elite at the top of that pyramid, and the rest of us are below. And whilst that's there, and it always will be there, and it always has been there, that's always what's going to happen. The teams, not just in the Premiership now, but whatever Delia Smith and Michael, whatever his name, said at the time, they were over the moon when Norwich kept going up and down a few seasons back, because they were making mega bucks out of that. Just one season in that Premiership League can absolutely mint you, which is why we all say if we don't mind if we lost 6-0, as long as we were up there just for that one season. We wouldn't mind if we lost 6-0 each game. We'd sing our hearts out. But therein lies the problem. We haven't done it. And the teams like Norwich, which have, that is why they can, when they buy players, take that geezer Sargent. He looks like an all-round striker to me. When can we honestly say, possibly with the exception of Ivanovic, when have we actually had a striker like that since Harry Kane and he was on loan from Tottenham? We ain't. And that's the difference that the money side of it makes. If you have got that kind of clout, you can buy players which, if you ever see FIFA, I play it with my grandsons. They've got ratings for each player's individual qualities, haven't they? And we'd have the ones which are kind of silver and the very low gold ones where they've got big faults and traits which are pretty good, but not in the league of the Man U's, they say they've got problems and nothing compared with what we have to cope with every day. The Tottenhams, the Arsenals, all stuff like that, you know what I mean. The game reflects how it goes down each section, or should I say league. And this is what happened when we get Alex Neil. Now, this ain't going to be an Alex Neil bashing session. I'm just trying to make a point out of, if you think about it. I know I've said this before, but Alex Neil was out of work for a year. Now, I would contend that was because teams that came down looked at him, and teams that were coming up looked at him and thought, well, yeah, he can pass the ball. Is he consistent? No. And went through the whole thing like that. We, as we always do, and I think this is what makes us uniquely Millwall and what puts us positions puts us, pardon me, in positions like we do, we took that leap of faith and we appointed him. I often talk about his tactics, and it's changed an awful lot. Another reference to the PS4 and PS5. He likes to play football where you get the ball, and this is why he signed my mate Josh Coburn. He's paid $5 million for a player who can link the attack with the midfield, as I've said before. And like in the game you can play on the console, get the ball, hold it, and you'll always get men running either side of you. Wait until one of those or they are around him and then play a triangle ball, put them through, bang. That's what he's there for. He ain't there to score goals. The last decent striker would have been obviously Harry Kane. We've had some good ones since then, but no one in his league. And possibly Mikhail Ivanovic, but we ain't going to hold on to him because, well, if he does become that standard, he'll go. There's 2 or 3 Italian clubs sniffing around him now, isn't there? Our best hope is to get players like Zach Lovelace through the team and just accommodate him wherever he wants to play. So, yeah, basically there's a 2-tier system in our league now, in the Championship. There's the teams that have been up to the Prem and come back down, and then there's us. And we punch above our weight because really our budget has always been that of a team kind of higher League One, lower Championship. And it's frustrating, I know, but it's been going on for years and years. It's more acute now, but let me give you an incident from when I was younger. Much younger, I'm happy to say. But my 2 mates, Gaz and Len, will remember this, I'm sure. We had a manager called Billy Gray in the 60s. And he took us from Division 4 to the old Division 2. So 3 successive promotions. And we remained unbeaten at the Den for 3 whole seasons. Not one defeat. And he signed some superb players that were class. But even one of my heroes, Eamon Dunphy, if you read his autobiography or listen to him, he freely admits he left Manchester United because of the fact that he wasn't built physically to the standard of Best Law or the players around Manchester United at that time. So that's why he dropped down a division. But he could compensate for that for his beautiful ball control and the way that he had vision and how he could play balls into the channels before anyone ever mentioned that expression. But Billy Gray left the club, and if you look online, it always says after a fallout with the management. The fallout with the management, club management, this is because we were managed by Del Boy might have got the character from him. Mickey Purser. He was our chairman. His showroom on the Old Kent Road, just by where Glengore Road was and is, got bricked so many times. He once said, and I'm sure he was actually correct, the amount of money he paid, that family paid, to get the windows replaced would have been an extra player for Millwall each season. But he went to him and asked for 20 grand to buy a young lad who was at Fulham at the time, because he said he would be the final piece in the jigsaw and take us to Division 1. And he got turned down by Mickey and walked. Now, that player was one Rodney Marsh. Again, ask your fathers, Google him. He was quality, absolute pucker. And you imagine him in a Millwall shirt. I've often thought back to that, but there you go. Modern day equivalent, just to wrap up, would be, and I bet you wish I am wrapping up now, that goal which was scored by Nagley the other night. That was a superb free kick. That is obviously his forte. Can you imagine George Honeyman lining up to take that free kick last season? Yet on the industry side and effort, you'd give him 100%. Could you say the same for Nagley? And that's not having a go at him. I'm just saying these are the breaks when you're Millwall and you ain't made it to the next level. That is why it is so vitally important that if the Referees Association will allow us, we need to have that one season. All right, I'll let you get on with what you're doing now, because I'm doing some cementing. It's almost dry and I need to finish it. Hope you enjoyed it. Little bit of food for thought, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, sorry, but I will, for the preview for Swansea. In the meantime, you know what I'm going to say. Come on, you lads. Please like and follow Bermondsey Bites. I'd love that so much. And Christian Slater.